Hello, you are watching The Unexplainable. Today we are going to be looking at top 9 crazy conspiracy theories. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. Number 9. Why are there so many Bigfoot sightings in Washington? Although there are Bigfoot sightings all over the US, Washington state has the highest number. There have been 2,032 sightings in the state, according to Newsweek. There are a number of theories around the mythical creature. Some believe it's a ferocious beast meant to be feared, and others think it's a harmless creature that wants to be left alone. There are other theories that Bigfoot is related to humans since it walks on 2 legs, while others think it's an extraterrestrial being. The original 1958 footprints were a prank by a man named Ray Wallace near Bluff Creek in Northern California, according to the Smithsonian. His children revealed it was all a joke after his death in 2002. Number 8. The 9/11 Conspiracies. The evidence is overwhelming that the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, were indeed the result of a conspiracy. There's no doubt about it. A close, or even cursory, look at the evidence makes it clear that it was carefully planned and executed by conspirators. The question, of course, is who those conspirators were. Osama bin Laden and the crew of mostly Saudi hijackers were part of the conspiracy, but what about President Bush and Vice President Dick Cheney? Did top Bush advisors, including Paul Wolfowitz and Donald Rumsfeld, either collaborate with bin Laden, or intentionally allow the attacks to happen? Put another way, was it an inside job? Conspiracy theorists believe so, and point to a catalog of supposed inconsistencies in the official version of the attacks. Many of the technical conspiracy claims were debunked by Popular Mechanics magazine in March 2005, while other claims are refuted by simple logic. If a hijacked airplane did not crash into the Pentagon, as is often claimed, then where's Flight 77 and its passengers? Are they with the Roswell aliens at Hangar 18? In many conspiracy theories, bureaucratic incompetence is often mistaken for conspiracy. Our government is so efficient, knowledgeable, and capable, so the reasoning goes, that it could not possibly have botched the job so badly in detecting the plot ahead of time or responding to the attacks. I find that hard to believe. Number 7. The Moon Landing Hoax. In the 1978 film Capricorn 1, American astronauts and NASA faked a Mars landing. Though a mediocre film, it was an interesting idea, and one that would endure for decades. In 2001, Fox Television aired the program Conspiracy Theory. Did we land on the moon? Which rehashed many discredited discrepancies between the official version of the moon landing and photographs of the landing. Curiously, they never explain why NASA would distribute photographs that would prove that they had faked the moon landing. Websites such as badastronomy.com have pages and pages of point-by-point, detailed refutations of the Fox claims. Of course, even if there was some credible evidence showing that the 1969 Apollo moon landing was a hoax, conspiracy theorists must also account for later moon missions, involving a dozen astronauts. And there's the issue of the hundreds of pounds of moon rocks that have been studied around the world and verified as of extraterrestrial origin. How did NASA get the rocks, if not during a moon landing? Many astronauts have been offended by the implication that they faked their accomplishments. In fact, in 2002, one conspiracy theorist Bart Seibel confronted Buzz Aldrin and called him a coward and a liar for faking the moon landings. The 72-year-old punched Seibel in the jaw. Number 6. Elvis Presley is alive. Music legend Elvis Presley died on the 16th of August 1977, or did he? If the latest conspiracy theory is to be believed, the king of rock and roll faked his own death and now works as a groundsman in Graceland. Grainy footage of a bearded man has been posted on YouTube by The Shadow, who claims the figure is an 81-year-old Elvis. In the caption for the video, which has been viewed nearly 2.2 million times, The Shadow writes, he raises his 2 fingers to the top of his left head as a proof of life signal. In Chaldee numerology, the numerical value of V sign in numerology is 9. Proof of life. He told us he is alive with a simple V sign. Number 9, I'm alive. He is giving us a clue that he knows we are all there watching him, and to his most loyal fans that he is indeed with us. While some say the claims are idiotic and Elvis should be left to rest in peace, the belief that the king is out there looks unlikely to fade away. Number 5. Aliens helped build Stonehenge. The series of boulders that make up Stonehenge have long puzzled experts and provided material ripe for conspiracy theorists. Most pertinent is the question, how were the stones, some weighing 50 tons, transported and arranged to where they sit today? Without basic transportation technology, such as wheels, which were invented more than 5 centuries after Stonehenge is believed to have been built, there is no obvious answer to how the biggest stones were moved. Much of what scientists do know about the construction of Stonehenge is from educated guesses and constantly evolving research. The newest of which suggests that in fact 2 of the largest boulders that make up Stonehenge have always been more or less where they sit today. Alternatively, of course, scientists could shun the research and read Erich von Daniken's seminal book Chariots of the Gods, which makes the argument that many ancient megastructures such as Stonehenge, the Egyptian pyramids, and the Moai heads of Easter Island were built using know-how passed down from godlike aliens to mankind, says The Independent. Though why the extraterrestrials would pass on the knowledge of how to build Stonehenge, but not the wheel, is anyone's guess. Number 4. Prince Charles is a vampire. Like all good conspiracy theories, this one has some basis in fact. According to genealogy records, Prince Charles is believed to descend from Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. First revealed in Ian Moncrief's 1982 book Royal Highness, the prince can trace his lineage back through his great-grandmother Queen Mary, the consort of George V, to Vlad IV, the half-brother of the notorious ruler. The heir to the throne has even appeared in a promotional video for the Romanian National Tourist Office, joking Transylvania is in my blood. In 2017, it was reported that Charles had even been offered the honorific title of Prince of Transylvania because of his links to the region and promotion of Transylvania as a tourist destination. All this has proved fertile ground for conspiracy theorists who claim, like the rest of the royal family, Prince Charles is not all that he seems and may in fact have more in common with his infamous ancestor than just a drop of blood. Harper's Bazaar says that one of the reasons this theory carries weight is because the disease porphyria is present amongst the royals. Porphyria is an iron deficiency disease that makes skin sensitive to sunlight. Number 3. Finland doesn't exist. The nation of Finland is actually part of the Baltic Sea, and people who claim to live there are really from eastern Sweden, western Russia or northern Estonia, according to a theory born on Reddit in 2016. What began as a joke quickly gained traction online, spawning numerous subreddits and websites explaining why Russia and Japan made up the fictional country in 1918. The notion goes that the 2 nations created Finland so that Japan could fish the sea that truly exists there without any environmental complaints or repercussions, explains Vice. The fish that are caught are then shipped via the Trans-Siberian Railway, the real reason it was built by the way, from the eastern Russian coast to Japan under the disguise of Nokia products. Number 2. Reptilian Elite. The reptoid hypothesis is a conspiracy theory which advances the argument that reptilian humanoids live among us with the intention of enslaving the human race. It has been championed by former BBC Sports presenter David Icke, who believes the likes of Bob Hope, members of the royal family, and former US Presidents George W. Bush and Bill Clinton are part of the Anunnaki race who came to Earth for monatomic gold. Critics accused Icke of anti-Semitism, alleging that his talk of reptiles was code for Jews, but he clarified that the lizards to which he referred were literal, not metaphorical. Number 1. Hollow Earth. While flat earthers get all the attention in the mainstream media, Popular Mechanics notes that there is also a conspiracy that says the Earth is hollow and that there might even be a whole other civilization of advanced beings living in it. The theory is rooted back in the 17th century when Edmund Halley, who has a comet named after him, proposed that the Earth must be hollow because of changing magnetism. The Science News site adds, "Even back then, the idea of a hollow Earth was hardly a new one," says Wired, which notes that it appears in folklore the world over, not to mention elsewhere in Europe in Halley's time. A German scholar called Athanasius Kircher, for instance, published a textbook in 1664 in which he claimed the Earth contains a central fire, kinda true, really, and vast underground lakes and lava chambers, the site adds. At the North Pole is a gaping vortex that sucks water down to the central fire, where it's heated and expelled out the South Pole. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below.